Hi guys, and welcome to my channel again. Today, as I had indicated in one of my prior videos, I was going to do a follow-up video of my Predator collection and other collectibles. Some of these things I've created on my own. Actually used figures and did some dioramas with it. So I have lots of collectible things. And I have some DC characters like Batman, as you can see. I have some Marvel. And on the floor are my Hot Toys collectibles. These guys are pretty big. Some masks. I'm a Packers fan, so you'll see some Packer figures in the background. All right. All right. This is a Sideshow collectible figure I collected many years ago. It's the Predator from the jungle. He's hanging out in a tree. My first ever Predator collectible, Sideshow collectible figure. Love this figure. So he looks like from the side. He's up in that tree. This is from the first movie, in which the Predator was chasing Arnold Dutch in that movie. City Hunter Predator from the second Predator movie. He has his combine stick there. He's got a human spinal head and skull and spine that he has collected. City Hunter Predator. I talked about that in my last video where I did the poster thing with Danny Glover was the lead actor. This figure is quite interesting. I picked this up at a comic book convention. I think it was Eternal again a few years ago, and the artist did a very good job. This is all metal and it's heavy. What he did was he put together some metal things to create this Predator figure. And the interesting thing is he's got a chain and ball there. It has his weapons, which is I've never seen before shown. And there's this caster on the side. Very interesting creation. Okay, moving to there. It's a Hot Toys collectible. Wolf Predator. He's posable, of course. All right, here we have the Elder Predator sitting on his throne. Collected this a few years ago. I think I picked this up, in fact, at Toys R Us, and I'm so sad that Toys R Us is closing because some of my collectibles, especially the large figures that we'll come to in a second, I picked up at Toys R Us. And that's such a sad thing that it is closing. The stores are closing, I think nationwide for the most part. On this one here, you can see a fold up whip of the predator, an extra hand. Now over here, what I did was the individual figures that I've collected over the years, I decided to make a diorama. Now a diorama is a scene from a movie, book, or whatever, depicted in miniature style. And what I used here was a scar-faced predator right there. And regular alien warrior here. Okay. And I went to a pet store and I saw some aquarium, fish aquarium bases for your aquariums, fish tank. And I said, oh, that would make a great scene, having the predator whip the alien that's coming up on the side there. Now for this diorama, this one I picked up at Eternal Con, I think it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. And the interesting part about this one is that it is a depiction of the predator going up against the alien. It's listed on the boxes from Requiem. And the interesting thing is that the base separates right in the middle. So you can make this individual poses. It literally separates in the middle. So you can do individual posing. And I loved it when you can pose them together. So that's what I did. And as you can see, it almost looks seamless where you don't see where they joined, but they actually separate in the middle. This is a coin bank predator. Very nicely done for a coin bank. Predator on mask. And that one there is a predator with the mask, the same as a coin mask. And this is my little Titan. Picked it up at FYE this past weekend. I normally don't like to collect those funny looking things, but this one was kind of cute, so I decided to pick it up. This one here is a diorama, two of them in fact, side by side, that I created again out of individual pieces. And then for the base I used some wood covered by peat moss to simulate grass. That rock there is from the garden. And peat moss I got in Michael's stationery store. And it's obviously a depiction, a diorama of Alien vs. Predator from the game console and PC. And all right. Now this one here, so again, this was inspired by the game. This one here, and I'm going to try to get a close look at that Marine. Guys, make that out. That's good old Arnold, who played Dutch in the very first Predator movie. And this is the Jungle Hunter Predator here. And what I did was, again, got some peat moss, got some aquarium, or from a pet shop, aquarium supplies, and to simulate the grass, also to put around the board here, the tree, to make it, you know, vegetation kind of thing. So Arnold gets picked up by the predator by the neck. For those who did not watch the first movie, there is a scene at the very end where the predator confronts Arnold, tracks him down, and he finds that Arnold is a good specimen. And so the predator goes about fighting Arnold hand-to-hand combat, mano a mano. He says, I have a good-looking specimen here. He lets Arnold down. He removes his shoulder cannon and gear and decides, okay, Arnold, let's go on mano a mano. And so that's what that scene is depicted. That's where I got the inspiration to make that scene, this diorama. All right, this one scene, I got some inspiration from the game Alien vs. Predator 2010, where there's a scene just prior to the Predator collecting the enhanced biomask that will allow him to see aliens in the darkness, so he can have alien vision. And so you can see that there are some predators that have a queen in chains just before you exit to collect. Or actually, right after he collects the biomask. All right, here are 3 of my masks. These, by the way, are not truly wearable masks. They're more for decorative purposes on the wall. There's the wolf predator, Celtic predator on there. They're quite heavy because they made it some sort of stone wrestling kind of thing. All right, here is my special edition Jungle Hunter Predator. And I'll show you in a minute why he looks this way, discolored, rather than being solid color. Because depending on the perspective you take, he's either cloaking or uncloaking. And I'll show you what the lighting effects looks like when he lights up his targeting laser, his bracelet. The blades on these predators extend. Let me show you now what the lighting effects are for these 2 guys here. All right, as you can see, his targeting laser is lit. His eye shields are lit, and his gauntlet. I don't know if you can make out it, but you can see a little predator writing. So again, it's supposed to simulate that he's cloaking. And it does an extra feature where you press the button, only his eyes light up, only his laser lights up, and then there's a fadeaway lighting of the eyes, which is kind of interesting. Okay, Jungle Hunter Predator, you can see his targeting apparatus lights up. His gauntlet with some predator writings. And there's some of his skulls being collected on his neck that he's collected. The only thing I don't like about the figures is they sort of made this predator a little bow-legged. All the predators on this thing. Now this one is a City Hunter Predator. As you can see, the shoulder caster is smaller and shaped differently. And that's the mask that predator in that movie wore when Danny Glover was chasing it at one time. He put that biomask on. There's the disc used by the predator in that movie. And by the way, these blades do extend. Elder Predator. Let me see if I can get its eyes. Pretty scary looking dude, really. Elder Predator, yeah, from the movie as well. I guess he appeared in both Alien vs. Predator and Predator. Now, yeah, and this particular Predator, Elder Predator, what he did was he handed over that musket, that old antique gun, to Danny Glover just before they decided to depart Earth with that predator that Danny had killed in Alien in Predator 2. The red cape that he wears, I actually made it out of a scarf, a woman's scarf, and folded it so it would wrap around the Predator, since it did not come with a scarf. And here is my large last Predator, unlike the markings there on his forehead. He's holding up the combine stick. If you look to his left leg, that's where the neck gun would be. That is a neck gun, in fact. That was used in Alien vs. Predator 1, Predator 2, I believe, yeah. So that's it. I think I've covered everything as far as my collection is. I have some other small figures, and I won't go into those today, but yeah. All right, so everybody, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time on my channel. Bye-bye.